Well, I am Photo Nerd 96, also known as Evan. So, as you go, my dudes.
Do you want to just talk about Splatoon now?
Okay, sure. Like, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I think you should go first because my story is a lot more detailed and uplifting and happy.
Okay. Well, when first time I played Splatoon, like I got it, and it took me a really long time to get it because, of course, it came out and everyone was like, "Oh my God, holy crap, Splatoon is amazing!" And so I got it, and I had the Wii U, and I was like, "Yeah, finally getting it." Comes in the mail. Play it for a little while. I'm like, "Oh yeah, this game's kind of cool." Kind of work on it for a little while. Eventually, everyone just starts destroying me. I'm not good anymore. I get frustrated because I never win anymore, and I just straight up give up and never touch the game. And I decide, you know what? I'm gonna return this to GameStop and go get a new game because fuck this. So that was like the first month of having Splatoon for the Wii U. So yeah,
Evan was a bad boy. Um,
I know, shame.
Shame on Evan. Evan got rid of like one of the Wii U's only exclusives. I was really hyped for Splatoon. I could not wait till the next morning to get it because I was in high school and it was a school night and I can't go to midnight releases and play it all night. So I bought it digitally and I pre-downloaded it, and as soon as the game came out on the eShop, I started playing it and I played it for like hours, hours, and because I had to play it on the TV, I had to like put like shirts over the cracks in my door so that way my family couldn't see me up late at night playing a game because the TV was really bright and I couldn't find the remote to turn down the brightness. So that was my night, and I don't know, the first days of Splatoon, like Evan said, are always like really fun, but then then people start unlocking like the dynamo rollers, and then it's not fun anymore.
Hmm.
So yeah, so that's what I did. I played a ton of the original Splatoon, and I got to A plus rank and stayed in A plus hell for like months. Never got above A plus, never went down either. I was just stuck for months, and I don't know. I could never get any better.
Got that bad RNG, you know.
I did. Like there was there was a few times that I was like one match away from getting to S rank, like the coveted S rank, and I couldn't do it. And I only played tower control because that's my favorite mode. Only played tower control. I didn't mess with Rainmaker. I didn't even play Splat Zones. Still could not do it. And me, me with my Tentatek Splatter Shot main, that was me. Still could not do it. So obviously, when the second game came out, I was really excited because I was like, this is my chance to redeem myself from never reaching S. By the way, still have not reached S in anything. I'm a disgrace. Um, but yeah, so when the game first came out, I didn't have anyone to play it with because I didn't know anybody that was getting it except Evan, because Evan was getting it. So I played it with Evan a bunch, and he was like reluctant because he's like, "Oh man, I didn't like the first game."
Hmm. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna return this game in about another week because I'm gonna get bad, and then holy crap, and I'm gonna suck. And so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna dip around, for the time being. Now level what, 37?
We're level 37.
Yeah, and still going strong.
Kind of.
And
If it wasn't for
what?
school.
Yeah, and what? It's like 5 months after we've like it's come out or something like that, 4 or 5 months.
It's December
Hmm. It
currently.
came out like what?
It
Came
came
out
out
like
like
what?
four and a
July.
half months ago.
Okay. I'm not good with time. I'm sorry.
hmm
I have
But
to
yeah,
do the math.
yeah. At first we were like crazy. Well, mostly I
Hmm.
was crazy. Mostly I just forced him to play with me because he had nothing better to do, and he's like, "I guess I'll do this."
Hmm.
And I was
But
like, I was insane over the game.
hmm.
Like we
Yeah.
we would play like sometimes like 12 hours in a day, just Splatoon 2.
Hmm. Well, I think I remember the first night was the funniest because I remember the game came out and like I hadn't even gotten out of work yet, and like Discord was just blowing up with messages from you. Evan, do you have Splatoon 2 yet? Evan, are you home? Are you playing Splatoon 2 yet? Come on, Evan, where are you? And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? It's just like I just remember I was like, what the heck? And so I like just came home, started playing Splatoon 2, got into a match with her and just like kept playing. And at first, it was like the first week or two, we just stayed up till like 2 in the morning, and then we just parted ways. I think the longest we ever played Splatoon, I remember playing Splatoon 2 late at night. Is I think I came home from work or something like that, and we played from like maybe 8 at night to like 7 in the morning. I just remember like all of a sudden, day like the sun was like coming through my window behind me, and I was like, have I really played Splatoon 2 this long? I mean, even my Switch is like really hot, and I was like, oh crap, because like it was just like I played it for so long, but it was like a ton of fun, and
mm.
I have to say I now don't regret buying that game. So yes, thank
Ah.
you, O Master, for showing me the ways to Splatoon 2.
Yes. Um. Yeah. Evan doesn't think he'd like the game if I didn't like force him to play it and make him like it.
Mm-hmm. Well, because I started getting good, and now I win some and I lose some, and I'm okay with that. But it's like back then, I just like was so shit at the game and its motion controls. I was just like, well, I suck. Might as well not touch this game because I don't even think ever got past level like 14 or something like that.
When I tried using the controls for the regular one, I had the Wii U gamepad. And I was good using the motion controls on the Wii U gamepad. When most people were probably using like pro controllers, I was like having the giant thing. And I made it work. Okay, I made it
Mm-hmm.
work. Um
That's the reason why you never got S rank.
yes, that's the reason why I never got S rank. The Wii U was I was being held back by being a poor child who could not afford a pro controller. Um how much even are Wii U pro controllers?
Now you can most likely get one for like $20 at GameStop, like used.
Nice. But anyway, it's just I like the motion controls on the Splatoon 2 a lot more because now I use motion controls with the Joy Cons and the Joy-Con grip, and it's like so much easier now. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm getting into the swing of the motion controls, and they've definitely helped me with response time. Because like I used originally analog stick, and I was just like, I'm only using this because this is what I'm more comfortable with, and because having it like it was so awkward. But now I like I almost feel like I'm in that scene from Star Wars on the Millennium Falcon, them like in the turret, going around shooting all the TIE fighters and whatnot, and I felt like that, and it just feels so cool to be like sitting there with the gamepad, just like, like it's so cool.
You don't mean
I
the
love doing
gamepad,
that.
right? You mean the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch. I'm so used to the gamepad. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. The Wii U's dead.
Well, mine's not. I like playing it every once in a
I
while.
was gonna play it last night, but then I was like, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is more fun than turning this beast on.
Yeah, I mean, eventually all the games from the Wii U are going to be on the Switch anyway. So
Except original Splatoon.
yeah,
That's gonna stay there.
yeah. And all of a sudden, here's Nintendo. Hey, the original Splatoon is now coming out. And it's like everyone's like, oh dear
I can't see them doing that.
God. Yeah,
Well,
maybe like 10, 15 years from now.
Splatoon 1 was good for like a first in a series,
Mm-hmm.
like the first game, but we could never go back to that.
Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like maybe if they did it like 10, 15 years from now, it's like Splatoon Retro or something like
No,
that.
Splatoon Vanilla.
Yeah, and it's just like it's like it adds in some maps from the other games too, and that's like when there's like Splatoon like X or something like that out, and it's like the tenth installment in the series, and it's on like the Nintendo like what Switch 7.0. I'm just gonna call it that strictly because I don't know what they would call the next console or the console after that or after that or after
I
that.
don't know how
So
Nintendo could possibly top themselves with this console right now.
uh, they could make it better. That's all about it. They could make the screen bigger, make it more powerful. That's about it.
New Nintendo Switch XL.
Yeah. Yep. I've been told that this is actually a beta console. And so at the same time, that makes me wonder then if Nintendo upgrades or finalizes and like actually makes like a what their like main like thing is, which I'm pretty sure is the Switch anyway. Like, would it be like, hey, we have like basically the Switch 2.0. Come up to GameStop, hand in your gamepad, and you'll get a brand new like gamepad from Nintendo. Like,
Oh
just all
really?
you have to do is switch the data.
GameStop would let you walk in and walk out with something for free, really? You really believe
Well,
that?
it. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that'd be like a thing that Nintendo does, and it's like GameStop would be kind of that like thing going on. But like GameStop would then sell the Switch 2.0 to the people who don't have the Switch. So that's what I'm meaning. Like it's like, oh, you can
No.
upgrade for
No,
free.
this is a DS original model kind of scenario where if you bought
Mm,
the clunky old one, you just SOL.
mm, yeah, that would actually that wouldn't surprise me. That
But I actually, side note, I do prefer the original DS to the DS Lite. Everything I've heard about the DS Lite is that the light breaks so often,
mm,
like it snaps in half so easily.
oh wow.
That's what I've heard. Everybody that I've known that has had a DS Lite, nothing but problems.
Hmm.
I have an original model, like almost no problems, except
Hmm.
sometimes it like has trouble like reading the cards. So I have to like blow on it like 20 times. But
Oh yeah,
anyway,
man.
back to Splatoon 2.
Hmm.
So, um, we should probably talk about what weapons we use,
Okay.
so people can judge us further and be like, you guys are trash. Which
I am trash. Okay, I'm sorry. Like if you take and go, Evan, you're trash. Well, you know what? All the response you're going to get is, I agree with this statement. Thank you for pointing out my flaws that have already been witnessed and already been accepted. Thank you for being slow. So,
okay, so I although I was a Tentatek Splattershot main in the first game, they completely ruined the weapon. In my opinion, they got rid of the suction bombs and replaced them with regular like splat bombs. And then I didn't really care for the Ink Zuka in the first game. I honestly never used my special because every time I tried to use it, it got me killed. So I was like, what's the point? Um, but I don't like the special they gave it. I don't like the inkjet. I think that's also another special that whenever I use it, I just get myself killed anyway. So that weapon is kill.
hmm.
And I do see less people using it now. They ruined it. Um but anyway, So what I use now is mostly the NZAP 85, although I do also occasionally like use the slosher when I want to do what is that one called? I'm forgetting the ranked mode. I'm bad. What is
Are you
that ranked
meaning
mode?
the one where like what Splat Zone?
Yes. Oh
Is
my
that
gosh. Sorry. I'm terrible. That's how much I care about the slosher. I don't care about it too much. I just use
mhm,
like the regular slosher. I'm not like one of those try slosher people that apparently everybody
mhm,
hates.
yeah.
But yeah, I just like use the vanilla slosher. And I'm okay with it. I just have a lot of issues where it consumes too much ink and I'm like, well, I'm screwed. Cuz
Mhm,
I tend to play really aggressive. So I get myself in there and I'm like, "Oh dang, I have no ink. I'm dead."
mhm,
But yeah, I'm okay with the slosher. So I only really do two weapons, that and then the NZAP 85. And the NZAP 85 is amazing because it's like it's offensive, it's defensive, and you can also like kind of control where your opponents go with it. It's amazing
mhm,
because like I don't know, it's just like it does give you somewhat of a range and damage, even though the fire rate is like kind of slow. And then also, um, like the bombs are perfect for tower control. That's what I used to use the Tentatek splatter shot for, was for the bombs. I just shove all the bombs under the tower. Enemy team cannot move it because they can't even get on the tower, or else they die, obviously. Um, and except in like the rare cases where they're in like that little corner and it like just barely where the bomb does not hit, but most of the time I just scare everyone constantly off the tower with it. But yeah, so the suction bombs are amazing for that, and also for like other things. But and then the ink armor is also really good because the ink armor is amazing also for tower control, which tower control is my favorite mode still. I don't care what anybody says. It's amazing. It's great. And I still love the ice cream truck music that plays whenever someone's on it. I love that. I love that they didn't change it.
mhm,
Um, but yeah, the ink armor is amazing.
mhm. Yeah, I do. I do like the ink armor, especially when like someone activates it on your team, because I've had moments where that's actually saved me. Like it's like come up last second just before someone killed me, and I was able to then get them, and it's been like, ooh, that save. So,
Yes, Evan. So now let's hear about what weapons you use.
yeah, I'm not quite sure what the full names of them are, but I like the Jet Squelcher. I have this one. I don't know if it's like Tentactech or whatever. It's the other one. It has the it's like it has these like balloon bombs that like ink bombs that you can throw, and
You
then
mean
I
burst
believe
bombs?
burst bomb. I don't know the name of everything. I just know that it's a good weapon. Okay, that's my thing. It's just a good weapon. And then I also use the dual shot, like well, dualies. I like the dualies.
He uses the
I really
Tim the
do enjoy.
Toolman dualies.
I use those, the Jet Squelcher dualies, and I also use the other like dualies, which I also forget the name of because I don't pay attention to it. I just know it's a good weapon. Um, sorry, not that dedicated, but like those are like my three mains because that's the only thing I'm actually good at. And I also every once in a while I'll go to the Tentactech, like splatter shot.
Boo.
Hey, first of all,
Boo. They
you
ruined
had
it.
it.
They ruined it.
Yeah, yeah, I know, but like I, you and I both used it at first, and then it was like,
I
then
used
you
it at
found
first.
other stuff.
I used it at first because that's what I was used to. And then as soon as I was scrolling through the regular like cuz I'm in Splatoon 2, I like regular guns. I'm not
Mm-hmm,
good at any shooter games. The Splatoon series is like my shooter game, and I'm
mm-hmm,
proud of it. and I'm like, this is mine. No one else can have it. Um, so I'm like, I'm not gonna mess around with like rollers and stuff. Nah, nah, get it out of here. This is my first person, no, third person shooter game. Third person squid person shooter game. This is my favorite game. This is the only shooter game I'm actually good at. Because everything else I need a mouse for, and I don't have a mouse.
Yeah.
Um, but yes, it's amazing. And Evan is not as amazing.
Yeah, I know. But every once in a while, I end up
Every
doing
once in a
better than
while.
her in a match, and then she's like, "Evan, you're not allowed to be better than me." And then she gets salty, and then like tries to like
I do get salty.
basically destroy
Cause,
me.
cause when I get like 17 kills, and I'm like, oh yeah, Mr. Dab. And then he's like, yeah, but I got 6 kills. I'm like, mm, don't talk to me, son.
I think there's like one time where I got like not like maybe almost 3 times as much as you got, and you were like,
There was
"Evan, you're
one
not allowed to be better than me."
there was one
And
time when I got like 8 kills, but he got 11, and he was like proud, and I was like, don't you dare be proud.
and then that night at the same time, we happened to, if I remember correctly, I happened to always be on the opposite team of her, and so I always got splatted. And so it was like every once in a while I'd get that GameStop trade, kill her and she kill me. But then most of the time it was always GameStop trade. Well, not GameStop trade. It would always be me being
It was
splatted.
it was the worst GameStop trade ever. You didn't even get any money. They actually took money from you.
Yep.
So
But like she would just
it was
splat me the
bad.
entire match. Yeah. Like I think there was one night where like there were like a few matches that my team won, but it was still like she was always on the opposite team. And so we just spent hours like I ended up just being splatted for hours and basically not being able to get any kills because of her. And is like she literally was hunting me down the entire game, and I was like, "Dear God, have I really made you that salty?" And was especially clear when she was just dead silent on the others, like
Oh my
on the
gosh.
line.
When we first started playing, I would go after him so hard. And
Mm.
he kept saying I was catfishing him
Well,
because
because like
I was super
I would go to
sneaky.
like get you,
I was super
like
sneaky.
well, like I would go to get you, and then you just be like, and then like destroy me, and I'd be like, okay.
It's because you were
I'd
using
be like,
analog.
yeah. I mean, I didn't use that log at first, but it was just like too awkward for me to like use the controller and with the screen. I was just like, it's so funky. And eventually I had to just stop. But
Hmm.
most of the time she would just destroy me, and it was like I'd just be like I think one time she actually did make me really really salty because like she made me get 0 kills the entire match, and I was just like, and I think it was like not even just like for like 1 or 2 matches. It was like for 5, 6, maybe even 10 matches. I didn't get any kills because she just like hunted me down and stopped me from killing any of her teammates. And
Well,
it's
it's
just
not
like,
only that, but it's when you start losing, you start getting discouraged, and what's going through your brain is you start losing your cool, and you just start sucking.
yeah,
It's like
like, mm,
him and I, when we do league, we always start out because we like to play it like early in the morning when nobody is awake, when the only people that are awake are people that live on the other side of the world.
mm,
So yeah, so we always go up against all these like pro level players, and we just suck. And we're like, I feel bad for whoever's on our team,
mm,
because I mean, like I'm good. He was sometimes he's good depending on the day, but like when we go against like actual like legit pros, it's like, oh, we're dead. We're dead.
mm, yeah. Well, like, I think it was fun at first. Like we'd play League, and it was like we'd win most of the time, and we'd lose a couple times. But then now it's like we get on there, and it's just like destroyed. Like we'll get like we'll spend half the match like team wipe. just because of like how powerful the other team is,
Yeah,
and it's just like team
we'll
wipe, team wipe, team wipe, team wipe.
out
It's
of the
insane.
7 matches, we'll win maybe 2. We'll lose 5 of them, and like 3 or 4 out of those 5 that we lose will be like knockout losses.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we still give them hell. Like there are times like even we had like we'd suffer at the beginning, but then it was like we would just destroy the other team, and it was just like, how do we do that? And sometimes it'd just be like it'd just be like we do it, and we'd be sitting there like, okay, what do we do? Did they have a disconnect? Did they just let us win? Were we just that determined near the end or something, or did they just like start to slack off because they were like, oh, this team sucks, might as well just play sucky? Because I know some people kind of do that where like they go, oh, instead of just wiping this crew, let's just kind of slack off a little bit and just like do like half power, and that's
Let's
when they
make
end
them
up
let's
like
make them
getting
think they're
destroyed.
gonna win, and then just completely like destroy.
Mm-hmm. There was that too, where like they like we start the match and it's like the first like what it's like a 3 minute match. It's like the first 2.5 minutes.
It's
It's
not
like, oh
three and
yeah,
a
we're
half.
kicking foot or what? I
League
do not pay
matches are
attention much.
5 minutes,
Okay, 5 minutes.
give
Okay,
or
that
take.
explains a lot. Well, then they would like spend like 4.5 minutes just like making us feel good, and then it was just like all of a sudden, last 30 seconds just coming in sweep, and it's just like,
Dude,
damn,
that happened
okay,
last time we played Splat Zones. Oh my gosh. We thought we were gonna win at like what was it, Port Mackerel? And we were like,
yeah,
oh yeah, man, we have this. And then they just come in, and
yeah,
they just
and
sit.
then just were
No,
spawn
Port.
camping.
I do. I love Port Mackerel. I really do. But people like once you get stuck at base, you're screwed. There's no way you're getting out of that. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
You gotta wait for one of them to make a slip up.
Hmm. Yeah, that
My
like.
my strategy is if they're spawn camping, I just try to like go behind and like go to their base and be like, "Hey guys, look at me. I'm a distraction."
Hmm.
And try to like let my team get out of the base because
Hmm.
usually my team will just sit at base and just try fight it out. It's like, "No, guys, you have to go around where they
Hmm.
aren't."
Yeah, sadly, I'm not very good with strategy. Not like you, so I'm not a strategic person. I,
Uh,
I'm I'm the guy that like I'll go in guns blazing. Okay, I'm sorry. That's just how I am. It's just I don't know how else to do anything.
I'm the
And it's
person.
only when I get really frustrated I start getting meticulous and I start like like strategizing, and that's when I get like scary sometimes.
Oh my gosh. I'm the person on Moray Towers who is like, okay, guys, I'm painting the wall. You know which wall. The wall on the side with the grates on it that you can swim up. I'm the person on Rainmaker who's like, okay, guys, paint the wall. I'm right here. Paint the wall. Where are you guys painting the wall? Where are you guys following me? Why are you guys going the long way?
Yeah.
Why
Sometimes it's
nobody
just
here
I
to
don't
back
think
me up,
about it.
guys?
Sometimes I just don't think about it, and then like you point it out, and I'm just like, oh, I'm an idiot. You've pointed out so many things to me in Splatoon that I'm just like, oh, I'm just a dumbass. So,
Yeah.
so there's that, and then also you like to take in every time like I'll like go to choose a direction, and you happen to take the same direction. And you're like, Evan, don't follow me, and I'm like, crap, now I gotta go over this way.
And
So,
then I get mad at you when you do go the way I say, but I'm like, Evan, you didn't paint all of it. You're supposed to paint it
hmm.
when we're
Well,
just doing like
exactly.
turf wars.
Yeah, and I was like, but I painted the line. I have a line, an easy one that you can swim through to get to the other point. But apparently, I had to paint everything. So,
Yeah.
couldn't I just paint a path? What's even worse is when you take and you discover you had a disconnect like halfway through the match, and you're like, no,
No, most disconnects happen at the beginning.
you know. But like I've had a couple disconnects in the middle of a match too, and those are like very very rare, but they do happen. So
Yeah. Can we talk
So,
about how ink mines have been basically like nerfed to heck?
mm,
Cause
yeah, like,
a a perfect example is Blackbelly Skate Park in the original game. People used to like ink mine the heck out of that and just leave tons of ink mines. Just tons of ink mines up there. You couldn't even get up there if you're in the opposite team. So there's so many ink mines. And
mhm.
then now nobody uses ink mines basically. And if you do, half the time I don't even realize I got ink mined because it does so little damage now. And I mean, yeah, it like puts a sensor on you so the opposite team knows where you are. But it's like
It's more like,
it's basically got neutered.
mhm.
Cause
Well, it's
cause every
it,
time in the first game, every time there's an ink mine, anywhere you're close with, boom, just you're dead. You're
mhm,
dead. You go over it, you're dead. But this game, it's
mhm,
like you go over it, it's like, whoa, that was an ink mine. I don't even know what happened. I don't care. I'm
mhm.
not dead. Like
Yeah.
I've only died like once, maybe twice to an ink mine. They're that insignificant.
Well, like, I think at the same time, it sounds like they decided to change like an ink mine to go from less of a explosive weapon to more of a like kind of tactical, hey, we tagged you so we can hunt you down. And that's that's kind of defeating the purpose
No,
because
instead of ink mines and seekers, now they just have the stupid auto bombs.
oh yeah, those dog bombs are so freaking annoying because
No,
they will just like hunt you down.
they call them chicken bombs.
Oh, chicken bombs, I don't give a
Chicken
crap.
bombs.
But the chicken bombs, like, they piss me off because it's like they will literally hunt you down for like the entire match if you do not stop and like pass by or something. Because like that's what I have to do. I have to like it'll like chase after me for like like a minute, and then I'll like have to swim past it, and then all of a sudden it'll stop and try to blow up and kill me. But of course, I swim past it. So, but it just gets really
It's
annoying.
basically like a bomb
Mm.
bombs.
Bomb, bomb,
They're bombs.
you bums.
I still don't know how you're actually supposed to say it because I call them bombs. Some people call them bombs. Some people call them bombs. I don't care. I just call them bombs.
Bombs. Like I was known as bombs. So,
I noted as bombs until I watched like the Mario 3 cartoon and they call them bombs. Have you played the um like the rhythm game thing in Splatoon 2? I haven't really played it that much. It was like
I
I couldn't figure it out.
me neither. I like I think I understand it,
I
but
thought I
I
understood it, but then I was like, why am I missing these? I don't know what's going on.
yeah, like I don't even know if I'm even playing the rhythm game because it's like I'll go up to the jukebox or whatever, and it's like nothing happens, and I'm just like, am I playing game? Um, am I playing game?
I think you have to
What?
go to into like a nearby building. I
Hmm.
think I don't know. I haven't tried to play the rhythm game
Yeah,
because I'm kind of that's not what I go to Splatoon 2 for. I go to Splatoon 2 to like chillax with my friends and also sometimes talk to randos that completely like breathe into the mic and get mad that I get clicky
yeah.
with my friends.
Oh yeah. Hmm. Remember that time?
Yeah.
So yeah, it.
Yeah.
I've not tried to play that rhythm game. I mean, with the rhythm game, like I don't know if I actually went to the right thing or if I just went to like a jukebox because like I know there's like the area in front of that like one building, and it's like there's the like one inkling like just like doing like the Dance Dance Revolution outside, and I go up to that, but it's
I
like it's
think
more
it's a
like a
building.
jukebox. So yeah, I need to find out what that building is because I only know it's like right there in front of the area for wire or like local play.
Hmm.
So
Can we talk about the single player? Because I have to say I haven't beat the single player, but I have probably like I don't know like 5 levels left or so. Maybe
mm,
4, I don't know.
I'm
But I'm in the very last world, and it is so annoying trying to find where the overworld levels are to even go into them. Oh my gosh. And I'm very impatient. So trying to like go here and then go there and find stuff is super annoying. Like
Hmm.
I haven't tried in like a few months because I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. Like for me, I haven't gotten that far. I'm only in the third world. So it's just, I don't know about anyone else, but these levels get a bit tedious, and I don't really, it's not that I don't want to like continue or play or collect all the items. It's just like you've been there when I played the single player, but like when it's late at night and I'm playing it, uh, it's just like you see me like sitting there falling asleep in the middle of like that single player, because it's just like
Hmm.
it's just so bland.
Well, the first single player was too easy. The second single player is like it's more difficult, and I don't mind the difficulty. I kind of
Hmm.
like it a little bit, even though, like, yes, it does get frustrating for me. What I don't like is how hard it is to find the sunken sea scrolls. It feels like an absolute chore trying to find the sunken sea scroll, and then the other, like, I don't know what it is. It's like
The sardine.
the sardine black thing, whatever part, whatever.
Hmm.
It just feels like a chore. It feels like I'm not hunting for treasure. It feels like I'm just trying to get this done. And there have been times where I've painstakingly stopped and looked around every single corner, every crevice, and have not found them. And I want to scream because I've wasted like a half an hour plus on this one level and I have not found it. And it is so
Yeah,
frustrating.
yeah, I've gotten that too. Like for me, some levels are like really easy because like I've actually stumbled upon them. Like the one I recently played, I think it was like on level 11 or something like that. But I was just derping around and I was like, oh, look, I'm gonna go up this ledge. And all of a sudden I like shot something and there was a sunken sea scroll. And then like I went just a little bit further and I was like, oh, another area to derp around in and found the sardine. And I was like, oh, okay. Other
See,
times I've actually had to like really stop and search.
Splatoon 1 was too easy, but like the single player. But Splatoon 2's single player is like it's actually legit, but it's like I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just too tedious to want to do, and because the levels are more difficult, it makes looking for them even more annoying because some of the early levels it's like, "Oh, I can just kill it and it won't come after me anymore." But in the later levels, I'm like constantly dodging things while trying to look for these stupid collectibles, and it's like
Hmm. Yeah.
it's just me
Right.
ranting. I tend to rant.
Yeah, she does. So, but it is a bit tedious. I mean, it is enjoyable to some extent. I do think if like I really do want to get like this hero like dualies, like the hero like I guess P90 looking thing. I don't know what that's called. I'm sorry. Like in the comments, roast me if you want. But I just
Roasted Evan.
like wonder what that tastes like. Bet it tastes like chicken. No, wait, human tastes like pork. So
I thought humans
there's your
tasted
answer.
bitter. That's what I've heard from dragons.
No. Oh, okay.
I've been
Who
listening
you've
to
been talking to?
dragons.
Smog.
They've been whispering in my ears.
Oh, have you been talking to Smog?
No, I've been on Tumblr.
Oh, on Tumblr. Okay. Okay. And I don't know who you're talking to.
There's a surprising amount of dragons that are on Tumblr. You know,
Hmm.
lot of dragon people.
I wonder if the dragon from like the movie Dragonheart's on there. He's really cool. I liked him. Sean Connery voice. uh,
Oh my gosh.
anyway.
So, like, okay, one of the downsides in Splatoon 2 compared to the first game is because you don't have the gamepad to look at least for people like me that use the gamepad. I can't always view the map. I almost never open up the map because opening up the map gets me killed.
Hmm. Unless it's like, unless I just got out of the spawn point, I don't check the map.
Yeah. Or like when we're playing online and I'm like, "Hey guys, let's all kill this one guy."
Hmm. Oh yeah, that one time.
Yeah. One time we were all trying to get into a lobby, but it was like 45 minutes and this guy would still not get out of the lobby. So we just started annoying the heck out of him and he still would not leave the lobby. It
Yep.
was so bad.
Yeah.
We tried to make it so like frustrating, but the person would still not leave the lobby.
Hmm.
They weren't
Yeah.
even good.
Hmm. Like that's also kind of what's cool about Splatoon 2. You can take and you like you can either derp around or you can actually like play seriously. And
Evan, he was a sniper and he was
oh
not
god.
good.
Hmm.
Why? Why would you play a sniping weapon if you're not even good?
He may be trying to get good. So,
Yeah, but whatever.
mm,
Anyway, what I have noticed is in the original Splatoon, I felt like there was a lot more snipers, but in the second game, I feel like there's like a lot less snipers. Like the first game, like almost every match, like guaranteed, there's a sniper. It felt like this game, you can go along. Sometimes you can go a few matches without seeing a sniper, and when you do see a sniper, it's like, oh man, there's a sniper, because you were just having a good time, you know, and all of a sudden the
mm,
sniper just comes in and just ruins it.
mm.
Because
Well, it's either
before,
that.
because before, like a sniper used to be like almost every match. It used to be like a constant threat. Like, oh, there's the sniper, gotta deal with them.
Mhm. Yeah. It it's now either like you got a sniper or you got a I think like splat roller is more of like in like more guaranteed now. 'Cause like I feel like those are a lot more common.
Mhm.
And even though I didn't play much of the first game, one o- one other thing I do notice about the snipers though is that for some reason, even if like I'm moving, they're able to still like lock on and instantly kill me even though I'm like moving. Even if I have like super speed for the like swimming through ink, it's still like they like I barely even got into their sights for like less than a second, and all of a sudden I'm dead, and I'm like, oh, okay. At least for me, I have to take a
Well,
minute.
they did improve snipers. Like they made certain sniping weapons able to hold a charge, or to hold a charge for longer, or be able to duck down into the ink and still have a full charge, completely
Hmm.
screwing you over. Which is surprising that with so many improvements, less people are sniping, but I think it's partially because they've added like way more weapon classes. Like they added the
Hmm.
dualies. Um, they have, of course, introduced later into the first Splatoon. Yeah, later into the first Splatoon, they added the splatling and then the buckets, and then those two are also now in Splatoon 2 as well, obviously. But they've also added the splatbrella, and that's like a whole other like weapon class almost.
Hmm.
I just feel like maybe that's why there's like less snipers.
Yeah. So yeah, there's more variety to choose from, a lot more weapons to enjoy and use to like I guess defeat your enemy. So it also allows a lot more strategy if you are able to like get with friends and stuff. Because I do like how the splat barrel is kind of like a shotgun. And I do know there's like a blaster weapon and it's kind of the same thing, but it's I like how the splat barrel kind of does that and it also does the shield thing. So it like almost doubles as a like an ink roller and a blaster all in one. And so it can be a pretty scary combo sometimes.
Yeah, and like because I play aggressive, I'll roll up on a person that has the splatbrella and be like pew pew, and he'll just have the shield up, and I'll be like going left and going right and going left and going right, and this guy keeps putting the shield up, and I'm just like, can you die, please?
Mhm. Yeah.
It's so annoying. Like I'm gonna kill you, just die.
It's basically made like it's basically now where you can be Reinhardt in Splatoon 2. Oh my God.
Who is that?
Reinhardt is a character in Overwatch, and he has like a shield thing that like you can like you kind of like
Oh, I've seen that.
bring up
I've
your
seen
arm
that. I've seen it.
and
It's huge. It's a huge shield.
mhm, yeah. The only and I just realized this too because like you can launch the Splatbrella thing. He also can take and launch himself and basically like body slam you. Though technically he doesn't use his shield. He you basically get that like two in one. You get like that body slam and you also get the shield to like defend you. I just realized that. Oh my God, they've now added basically Reinhardt to the game.
Is
That
that
is
why so many people in League are playing the Splatbrella?
maybe yeah, because basically it can make you a heavy character. That's that's actually kind of genius. Holy crap!
Hmm.
I, I can't believe it took me this long to figure it out.
Well, it's like I criticize blasters because I'm like, blasters aren't real weapons. They don't take skill. You don't have to aim. You just shoot it and it's like, oh, I killed someone. Like, okay. When I played Tower Control in the original Splatoon, I can't tell you. The Luna Blaster was like, as soon as you see one of those on the team, you're dead. There's no way you're winning. Because the Luna Blaster, if you're anywhere on the tower, it doesn't matter where you are, you're dead. One shot, you're dead. That's it. The Luna Blaster was like deadly. And now I
Mm-hmm.
see it occasionally, but I see more so with the other blasters.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's just because there's more weapon variety and things have been kind of balanced out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, now you can take and like your team can like if you like if you coordinate well, you can actually have a pretty serious team.
That's why I like criticize aerosprays. Some people are like, "Oh, aerosprays are really good." Yeah, if you like being outranged by literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Everything outranges you. The only thing aerosprays are good for is like if somebody gets too close to you or if you can manage to sneak up on someone. Like those are the only practical uses for aerosprays. And then the only other thing you could probably do is kill a roller who's trying to come up on you really fast. But even then, if it's like, you might just trade.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
yeah, just
there's also
aerosprays aren't good in my opinion.
mm-hmm. There are times where like I've done a trade with someone and it's been like, how did I trade considering I killed the guy and like he wasn't even doing anything when I killed him. Like it's really weird. I've like died instantly and yet he still like killed me and it's like, but I stopped him in like a good like 2 3 seconds before he like killed me. How does that work? And it's like it I don't know if it's maybe that because like his like ink is still in the air and so it like finally hits me and it makes it or something like that. But it's like sometimes it's like even when I'm moving, it still happens, and I'm sitting there like, okay, did I not
Evan,
catch something?
when you're in the heat of the moment, you're not thinking. You're just
Mm,
shooting and firing and hoping that you win. Also, I just realized Splatoon 2 needs to add back Camp Triggerfish. I liked that stage. I
mm,
liked Camp Triggerfish. It was fun. There was
mm,
logs. There was nets. There was weird gates. That's probably why they're not adding it, because the weird gates.
mm. Well, what they could do is they could add that into like, because isn't it like Splatoon 2 is supposed to get like 2 years of like DLC and everything,
It's
like free
guaranteed one
DLC?
year.
Okay, I thought his arms was guaranteed 1 year and Splatoon 2 was guaranteed two. I'd have to look that up or rewatch the other things because I remember I remember hearing something about like Splatoon 2 getting like 2 years or something like that.
It's
Like they
guaranteed
could,
1 year.
well, they could do for like a final update like during the summer. Oh, now I know it was the 2 years. It was the Splatfest. That's what it was. It was the Splatfest for 2 years. And then what they could do is for like the final update, it could be like they could add in some of those things. but I don't know if they would just add in more hairstyles or something like that. Because
Yeah,
technically,
more ugly hairstyles, thanks.
yeah, more that I don't really care for because I really hate like I have to choose like the one like hair type that like I least like, well, least dislike, strictly because like none of the others are even good, and it's just like, eh. Like please, Splatoon, add in more so that way I could actually have fun with my character and not feel like I'm being some weird hipster or some shit.
Mhm.
I hate it.
Yeah.
So
I
I
just
know biggest gripe about the game.
yeah, your squid has to look like a hipster, especially when you wear the glasses.
I know.
I don't know. I have the cute short hair on my squid.
Mhm.
It's
I know.
cute. I mean, there's long hair options, but one of them is just the one from the first game, which isn't bad. It's okay, but it's not as cute. And then they added the long hair with the bangs, but I'm like, I hate bangs. So I'm just sticking with the short hair because it's really cute, and I can't pull off short hair in real life, so it's kind of nice. I hate how Splatoon 2 is so political. Like, you go on and they're like, hey guys, look at how many genders there are. And I'm like, ooh, I did not sign up for this.
Yeah. It's like, god dang it. I remember the one time when like furries actually like invaded for a while, and there were people who straight up like, I remember there were like actually like there's actually an increase in like Splatoon 2 like GameStop returns because people did not want to see that for like just for like a short little while. And it's like
Like,
what? Just because of that? Okay.
it's just so weird going on Splatoon 2 and being like, oh, because like Splatoon 1 was like SpongeBob memes. Splatoon 1 was never like this, like, progressive. Like, Splatoon 1 was just memes. That's all it was. It was just memes. And Splatoon 2 is like political activism 2.0. It is so bad.
Like I just thought about this, but it's like I'm amazed that there's nothing about like when the furries were like in. It's like, guys, this is Splatoon 2. We don't talk about furries. We talk about hentai. Like,
Yeah, but the
uh,
thing
uh,
is, there's squids. There's no furries. Where are the mammals? There are no
hmm.
mammals. I'm trying to think. Are there even any mammals? Like, even marine mammals? Can't think of
Yes,
any.
whales. Whales are actually marine mammals. They're the only. I believe they're one of the only ones.
I realize this, but I'm thinking within the context of Splatoon and Splatoon 2, are there marine mammals
Hmm.
in that universe? Or in that timeline, or whatever you want to call it? I can't think of any.
No, I can't think of any either.
So do mammals just not exist at that point?
Maybe that's where
Okay, I'm retarded.
salmon
I'm
run.
retarded.
Salmon run.
I'm retarded.
What?
I thought of a single mammal.
Hmm.
Judd.
Oh.
I don't even think about Judd anymore, honestly.
Hmm.
Because there's no
Well.
point in talking to him. Because the first
Hmm.
game, you talked to him when you got money. Second game, I never talked to him, and then I'm not even talking to him. It's just Baby Judd.
Hmm.
Baby
Well,
Judd's
like.
cute, but like, eh.
Hmm. Like I just thought about this, but what if like all the mammals are actually like in Salmon Run,
Mhm.
it's like moths and all of them. What if it's them? Like I understand that some of them are like
They're
supposed to be like
salmon.
salmon. Yes, but if
No,
you
but
look
they're
at some of them,
salmon.
okay. I didn't realize if all of them were
They're
salmon or if
literally
some of them were.
stealing their eggs.
Hmm, okay.
The Inklings are literally spawn camping their babies. They're literally doing abortions.
Oh God, no! Now this is gonna get all political because
It
now it's
already was
gonna be like,
political. Everything is political. Like,
yeah, I
every
know.
time you make yourself a sandwich, it's political. You know? If I make a sandwich, it's sexist. If you make a sandwich, it's progressive, but also slightly sexist.
Hmm. Eh,
Doesn't matter. Everything is sexist.
yeah. So it's kind of disappointing that it's reached that point. Wasn't there one time where like there's a Miiverse thing, or no, not Miiverse, one of the like messages like when you were playing on a map? Wasn't there one time where we were playing and there was actually like "fu" on it or something like that for a little bit
I don't
before
know.
it got taken down? Because I remember there's like a curse word one time and being like, "Whoa, okay."
It's a Splatoon 2 like writing board. It's not like Miiverse, which Miiverse was like it's like a bigger community thing, so I assume it was way more moderated than what Splatoon 2 like drawings are now. I think you like literally have to report it or they won't even look at it.
Hmm.
Like, I feel that's what it's like.
Yeah. Well, like my biggest question is now, like, what are they going to replace Miiverse with? Because like
Who
it was
knows?
basically the same thing.
Like, I don't know. They always could update Splatoon 2 to integrate something into it.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Like, Miiverse was okay. There was just mostly a lot of people whining about stuff on there.
Hmm. So yeah, I get that. It gets a bit like I just feel like now that they've gotten rid of Miiverse, it's like, are they going to try and like have another like social thing to go through with in the game, or will it be like, will they take and choose like some new route and kind of like create like a Facebook or a Twitter?
Oh, please don't make a Facebook. That'd be so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is the worst. It's been the worst for years, but Mark Zuckerberg is like becoming even worse.
Mm-hmm.
And the only
Yeah, he's
people
now
the only
spying on
people
everyone.
that are on it are like old people.
Mhm.
And that's because they're like too old to like care about, censorship and their privacy being completely destroyed.
I have a Facebook mainly because I have like family on there, and
I
it's
only have
like,
a Facebook, and that's only a front so that family and friends and people in my area that know me don't think I'm like a complete like mole that sits in my little like tunnel all day and never comes out, never sees the light of day.
everyone thinks that's me. My family think I'm that.
I'm sure mine thinks the same thing. I hope they add more like better weapons and stuff.
So far, all the DLC weapons have mostly been shitty. Like, I will say the Jet Squelcher dualies are okay, but it's just like
Yeah,
they're good
the
weapons.
last
They're just
thing the
okay though.
last thing they added was like the hot glue guns, and everybody's like, as soon as they came out, they're like, "Oh, it's hot glue guns." Oh, the weapons that sucks.
Hmm.
That's what everybody says.
Hmm.
Like the best DLC weapon that I think people have liked has been, I think, I think the gold dynamo roller. I think that was a DLC one. And
Hmm.
there's that one, and then the Tim the Tool Man ones, and then
Yeah.
the Splatbrella. Those have been like the only ones I think.
Hmm.
I'm probably forgetting some,
Yeah.
obviously. I can't remember everything that's been added as DLC, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's too much that's been added. I think there's only been like 5 or 6 weapons
There's
so
only
far.
like there's like a weapon added like pretty much like every other week.
Hmm.
So it's
And
pretty continuous.
hmm. I just wish they would like do more variety, or like the weapons would like just work better, because like some of them are just like reskins, and it's like there was like the one that was like basically like bottle of 409 with a really long nozzle that you could like shoot people with, and it's like, that's a crappy weapon, guys. Like, seriously.
There's like one, maybe two weapons that have the bubble one special. Like, what's the point of having a special if you're only gonna put it on like two weapons?
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, what's
It
the point?
it yeah, it does get it, they do have some very odd choices when it comes to like what they're doing. Like, I think one of the weapons I have actually has that bubble thing, and like I see where it kind of comes in use, because you can get it to travel far and then like explode over like enemies and stuff if you can get it like to go correctly. So I mean, I
Or
see
you
where it's
can be
like
like
helpful.
me, or you can be like me and get a little overconfident and try to like weave in there and kill the person using it.
Mm-hmm. So.
And the thing is, I think you can only like blow the bubbles in like one direction.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that completely leaves you vulnerable from behind.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, that's why you stand against a wall.
Yeah, well, it's not always that easy.
Yeah, or you just get like make sure your teammates are behind you or whatever. It all
Ha!
depends on
Make
like
sure
how
your
you.
teammates are where they're supposed to be.
Yes. Mm.
Like
Yeah, we're not
even
pros though.
even when I'm like on voice with like a full squad of people, it never works. Mostly because I'm not good at teamwork. I just like to go off and do my own thing.
I kind of do too. Like I don't mind teamwork, but sometimes I like it's just that like it sometimes is even more inconvenient to work together than it is to actually not work together. And it's not that like I don't want to or that I don't want to succeed. It's just that
Well,
like
the thing is, I usually know what's going on around me at all times. Usually, I mean not always, but I
Mhm,
usually know what's going on around me. So it's not that I'm dim and don't know somebody's there, or know that somebody's somewhere else. I know where things are, and I know what's going on. I don't know where my teammates are. That's the thing. I don't really
mhm,
care where they are because I'm interested in myself.
mhm,
And that's really selfish, but I'm not going to stop what I'm doing and try to like help someone else who can't even help themselves when I know I can do much better on my own.
mhm. Like sometimes you've like I've had where like we've been in losing matches and you've like carried the team to victory just because like you were able to like stay like stay alive long enough to like fight back and keep them from
See,
taking the point or something like
see
that.
what happens is my team dies. My team dies. I stay alive for a long time and just sometimes we'll just stay on like one area and they'll just keep coming at me like like a like a respawning like crazy stream of bad guys just coming at me and I just kill him. Another one comes, just kill him. Another one comes, just kill him. I'm like, I can do this all day, guys. Just keep coming at me. Like,
Hmm.
like just keep coming over here. See what happens.
Hmm. Sometimes they make it a bit too easy, and other times
Yeah,
they're like, oh yay, I have these guys over here, and then all of a sudden a guy comes up behind you and splats you, and you're like, I got juked. This is
and
well
that's
organized team.
and that's where motion controls come in handy because you can just whip around and see if somebody's there.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's not even that. It's like it's not that you don't want to. It's that like sometimes they just sneak up behind you or like they sneak up on you before you even have a chance to like even
Well, usually
look
it's
or.
hard to see them sneak up on you because before they can even hit you with a thing of ink, you see a tiny little like sprinkle like confetti trail right behind you, and then that's when you that's when you turn around a few that's when you go ahead a few paces, whip around and start shooting directly from behind you. Like like if you're here, if you're facing this way and you see some confetti trails, you go ahead, go into the ink, you go ahead a bit forward, you whip around and start shooting.
Mm. Yeah, I'm not very quick on the draw, sadly. I, I'm I'm kind of slow.
Some people prefer to use cover, but I
Hmm.
don't know. I just act. I don't really think.
Hmm. Yeah, that's why you're much better than me because I have to think about it before I make my decision, and so sometimes like I even don't I even sometimes like delay, and so that ends up getting me killed because it's just like wait, and it's like my brain just like kind of does that, and then like hiccups, and then I'm dead, and so it's like crap. But I understand it. It's just I do kind of need to get better like in like being able to make quick decisions like on the fly because I'm just
Mhm.
not good at that. So it's just for me. I try to make sure like I try my best to just take and cover as much ground as possible while also maybe even just being a distraction for the other team till my teammates can come up and like get those guys. because usually that's all I can really do. Though there are times where I do have my moments where I'm just like destroying the other team, and I'm just like, this is great, and it feels good. So,
Yeah. Splatoon 2 is great. I'm
hmm?
I am disappointed that in myself that I only have the first game as a digital copy because I'm like, what if my Wii U breaks? Well, majority of my Wii U games are digital because let's be honest, the Wii U was only good for like virtual console and then for like indie games before I had a PC. And
Mhm.
now that I have a PC, I'm like literally I can get everything here, so it's no point on getting it on console. Because on console it's more expensive anyway. Wii U is basically moot. The
Yeah,
only thing it is legitimately good for at this moment in time. Pikmin 3, The Wonderful 101, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then like
Star Fox Zero.
shush. We don't talk about that game. And then
I'm sorry, I liked that game. It was a good game. I
and
mean,
then
the
and then
gyro just messed it up.
what other game? Oh yeah, that like
Super Mario
Super
Maker.
Mario World.
Oh,
You know the one
World.
with the
Yeah.
cat suits?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mario Maker isn't exclusive to it.
Well,
They
it's.
released they released a botched 3DS port and people ate it up. I don't know why.
I promise you, it's going to be on the Switch soon anyway.
Well, no
Okay,
duh.
they'd be stupid not to.
This is a PG plus channel.
Mhm. Sorry, guys.
Actually it's not really. It's more like a rated R minus R.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like it depends. Like
Mhm.
I swear Adrian's the one that uses the profanity, not me. Sometimes I do, but it's mostly Adrian. Every time something happens, I'm like, whoa, 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 keep it
Mhm.
down.
Yeah. For me, it's like I'll sometimes use profanity, and
Okay, Evan,
I
we're getting
deduce
off
it doesn't
topic.
so
More
much.
Splatoon 2.
Okay, well, Splatoon 2. Let's talk about the, I don't know. Uh,
Splatoon 2 is amazing, and I'm probably gonna play it for years. Maybe, hopefully.
and then
Yes,
Smash Bros.
please.
Comes out. Um,
No. Smash Bros, no.
I'm sorry if Smash Bros. Comes out. Like,
No, you are not
I'm sorry.
abandoning this child. This is our child.
I will turn in
And
Splatoon 2 for Smash.
Evan and I would literally like not be friends if it wasn't for Splatoon 2, so he knows how
Yeah,
special this is.
yeah. Like I now kind of cherish that game because of it and stuff. So, I mean, I enjoyed the time I had, and it was cool gaining a new friend because of it. I mean, it was a bit weird at first because it was just like random stranger just hitting me up for like playing online, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And now it's like sometimes I'm playing online and like she splats me, and I'm like, oh, the memories, the nostalgia. Like
Uh,
it's so funny. So it's pretty cool. Splatoon 2 is a lot of fun, especially if you have any friends to play with. Like sometimes even when like I played online with her, like I I never really like paid attention really to the game as much as we were just talking and like having fun just derping around in the game. And sometimes we'd win, sometimes we lose, sometimes we get splatted, sometimes we wouldn't get splatted. And it was just fun.
everybody should buy it, except people that don't have friends. You probably won't find any enjoyment in it. You
Yeah.
should probably just go find some friends because you need friends. Except
Mm.
real life friends, they will betray you.
Yeah. You need them internet friends to make the memes with, you know?
Like, I want to be really good at Splatoon, but I don't have the time to like really invest in it. I wish I did.
Hmm.
If I had the time, I would invest it.
Hmm.
One
I,
day.
I
One
I
day,
think that
I
would.
will be pro Splatoon 2. But the problem is, I can't go pro unless I have a team, and I don't have a team, so no esports for me.
Hmm. Like, I think it'd be cool to go pro, but I don't think I'd ever be good enough to ever actually go pro,
You'd have to
which kind of
literally be
sucks.
me. Which you
Mm.
are actually very similar to me. You have to be
I
me,
know.
but a girl. Would like to go pro, but can't go pro because is poor and has no friends and doesn't have time and is trying to do college but failing miserably, wants to die.
Please don't.
Yeah, those are just
I'm gonna have to go.
excuses. It's like those are just
That,
excuses. Like no, the struggle is real, guys.
mm,
Hmm.
yeah, it kind of is.
Final words.
Read the Justin Files, the really good book series from Jim Butcher.